Oh dear. Good evening everybody, Car Biker here. Just out for a quick ride, as I often say, whilst riding not that quickly. Bum bum! Just off to the petrol station to fill up. It's flashing away. I've done 10 miles since the reserve came on. Reserve flashy doodah. And that means I should really get it filled up. But I wanted it empty because I've been servicing the bike with a little bit of help, but mainly advice from Tosh23. Thank you very much, Tosh. You're a star. But essentially I've serviced it myself. Woohoo! I did the oil and filters the other day by myself. Done that before, so because it's really all about confidence, isn't it? It's the confidence to do the job rather than the difficulty of the job, which I'll get onto shortly. So today was pretty much everything else in the service. Now there's one thing didn't bother doing, and that was greasing the swing arm. Because according to the service manual, which I managed to find on that there internet, you're supposed to take the swing arm off and grease it, grease the bearings, which we kind of agreed was a bit silly really. It's all working lovely. Why would we want to start pulling it to pieces? So we didn't bother doing that one. And I suspect that if you get it done, I should have gone over there really, I'm that low on fuel, should have gone to that one instead of my favourite. Anyway, I suspect that if you take it into the shop, they probably don't do that either, because the amount of time that would take compared to the amount of time they have it in the garage for a service. Call me suspicious, but you know, that might be one of those jobs that they don't always do. Anyway, so we did everything else. Didn't need a new air filter. By the look of it, it didn't need new spark plugs, but we put new spark plugs in it anyway. And it's all done. We started probably about midday. Was all done by about 3:30, including a couple of coffee breaks. So about 3 hours work, I reckon. And then another 2 hours of the most annoying job there is, of putting the damn fairings back on. I've spent about an hour. There's only about 14 bolts, but it's those stupid fairing clips. If you've never seen them before, if you haven't got a faired bike or you haven't worked on your own bike, the fairing clips, they're just at the back, they're like a flat piece of metal kind of doubled up. So it's like a flat clip. It's almost like a paper clip in a way that you slide onto one piece of plastic, and then you put your other bit of plastic in place, pop your bolt through and tighten it up, and it should go easy, except they don't seat into an exact position. There's quite a range of movement on the clip at the back, which of course by the time you're trying to do up, you can't see that clip at the back, and you're screwing flexible plastic into flexible plastic. So quite often, and there's two that get me, there's that one there and there's one on the front section, the kind of bit that goes between the two fairings in front of the exhaust pipes. One on there and that one, and they are awful. This one took me nearly half an hour to get the damn thing on, just faffing about. Just wouldn't go. And then you take that, I don't know what you call that cover, vanity cover or whatever it is, you take that out and the bolt would go in, easy as you like. Put the cover back in place, and I don't know, I must twist something, but will it go in? Will it heck as like? Anyway, I've got it in the end, so that's good. So about 3 hours work. Now, when I had the first service done, well, not the first one was the 50 quid, we'll just change your oil and make sure all the bolts are still done up service. That you get done after 600 miles on this bike. But the first proper service at 6,000 miles, this one was 12,000 miles. So the first proper one at 6,000 miles was £250 at the dealership. This one was everything of that one and a few extra bits, including the spark plugs. I can't see how that would have been anything less than 300, because to do the spark plugs, the fuel tank had to come off, the airbox had to come out. That was a faff, that got me a little cut on my finger. The air filter, the full airbox out anyway. A load of really annoying rubbers had to come out of the way just to get to where the spark plugs are, deep down in there, and then change the spark plug. So that would have been at least an hour's labour, I reckon, and they charge about 70 quid an hour, these places. And then on top of that, the cost of the spark plugs, which they would have had a bit of profit on, because I know that when I buy oil it's about 20 quid, and when they buy oil it's 40, so I would imagine the spark plugs would be more than that as well. So I can't see it being any less than 350 quid for this service. What it actually cost was 3 hours of my time, 20 quid in spark plugs, 25 quid in oil filters and a new crush washer for the sump bolt. So I reckon I've probably saved in the region of 300 quid today. Can't go wrong, can you, for that? And the job, it has to be said, was easy. There was nothing in it that was difficult at all. Fiddly in places. I got a cut on my finger. Fiddly, but not hard. Not strenuous by any means. Not difficult in any way. So I would say, if you're thinking about doing it, do it. Get a friend to help you, somebody who knows what they're doing, but do it, because it's dead easy. And you save a lot of money. This is paid, I think, for my first batch of tools. Most of the tools in my garage. Anyway, I'm going to fill up now, so thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.